Hello everyone, this is the Disney Dude for part 2 of my blogging series here for the anniversary of Hollywood Studios. So my lightning, so it looks like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is closed right now, so what a shame on that one, but I had a lightning lane for it, so now I don't know when it's going to reopen, so now I have a free lightning lane to use for it whenever, but I'm just going to walk around and talk, though, for a little bit. So now we're approaching, so obviously that's the Chinese Theater. We're now approaching the animation courtyard, which is getting revamped right now. This building right here is where the new Disney Junior show will be, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Live, on May 28th. And then of course we've got the Magic of Disney Animation that's coming as well. The Sorcerer's hat has been installed. It's kind of hard to see over the wall. This sign right here, this is a new one. This is Walt Disney Studios, Mickey Mouse and Silly Symphonies. I don't really know how I feel about that. That sign really doesn't belong there, because now people, they should have put in a updated Little Mermaid sign, but they didn't do that. I don't know why, because that's the building it's in. So that just seems odd to me that they didn't put in an updated Little Mermaid billboard sign advertising the show. But there it is. There's the full sign right there. I mean, they have a sign right here for it, obviously, but where that sign used to be the sign that had Voyage of the Little Mermaid on it, which of course is gone now, but it's replaced by the Little Mermaid: A Musical Adventure. And then that building right there where Mickey Mouse is, that's where Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Live is going. They've opened up this courtyard more. They're getting more of it completed. There's the hat. I wasn't sure how close I could get to it, but there's the hat right there. Gorgeous to see. Of course, the lettering underneath is going to be. It's probably either going to say Walt Disney Animation or it's going to say Roy E. Disney, this is what the hat's taken off. It's a takeoff on the actual animated animation building in Burbank, California. So I don't really know if it's going to say Roy E. Disney or if it's going to say animation or what, but yeah, I mean, so glad to see this path is finally open now, because this really was really cramped back here. Obviously, they still have the walls here, but those will be removed once the Magic of Disney Animation opens. We're gonna just keep walking down now. This is now still animation courtyard, but getting ready. Still animation courtyard all the way here down to Walt Disney Presents right here. Which I'm glad. It looks like they got the film back, which I'm glad. I really love that film. I wish that they would have. I wish that they could do a Walt Disney audio animatronic show in that space. But we're still getting a Walt Disney audio animatronic. We're still getting that. That's going to be put into the Carousel of Progress. So we're still getting that, but we're not getting what Disneyland has, which is a Walt Disney animatronic show. So I'm going to walk down here for a little before I go into Toy Story Land. So this courtyard right here, this used to be the entrance to Toy Story Midway Mania. It used to be, I think, I'm not sure if it was in this building or what. I can't remember. I don't remember if it was in the same building or not. But one of these places right here used to be where the line for Toy Story Midway Mania was, until they built Toy Story Land. Right in here is the Edna Mode experience. Nice little meet and greet with Edna. See her there. They used to do a show here pre-pandemic. They did a kind of like an Incredibles show right here. I can't remember what the name of that was now, but it's they used to do an Incredible show over here. I don't know. Maybe this is where I assume maybe this is where Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was. I don't know. I don't offhand remember. Somebody knows that, they can jump in, but I mean, something was here because this was obvious, stand behind the yellow line and then go into this building for something. So I don't know if that was where Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was. I don't offhand know. It would make sense though, but I'm not entirely sure. You can see the A113 up there. That's the animation. One of the buildings of Walt Disney Feature Animation. Of course, John Lasseter and Brad Bird and Pete Docter and John Musker and Ron Clements and everybody who really kind of shaped Walt Disney Feature Animation in the 90s. They went to that. They went to the Animation Academy, and that was their building. That was A113. So that's in like pretty much all of Pixar's animated movies. You could kind of see back here if we kind of stand back. So I want to I know this is kind of a big secret here, but I want to tell you that the Streets of America is still back there. It is still, now not all of it is back there, but a lot of the facades are still back there. I will tell you, because one time I got evacuated out of Toy Story, or not evacuated. They were redoing the exit. That's what they were doing. They were redoing the exit, and they had us exit to a backstage area, and I'm looking backstage, and I'm like, oh my God, this looks so familiar, and that's because there is a lot of Streets of America still back there. Not a lot, because a lot of it was obviously taken over by Toy Story Land, but some of the facades are still back there, and that's really, really creepy. That's really weird. Something you would obviously no one really knows about, because no one's allowed to go backstage. But when they were redoing the exit to Toy Story Midway Mania, they had us exit backstage. So that's the only reason why I knew that. So now let's walk into Toy Story Land here now. Technically, I mean, my next Fast Pass isn't until 2:40 or 2:50. I mean, for The Little Mermaid: A Musical Adventure. So that's, now I'm just, obviously I was supposed to be doing Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway, but that ride's closed right now. So I thought, well, I'll just continue blogging. I'll just continue blogging with my anniversary for Hollywood Studios. So someone asked me once, is that part of the Streets of America? No, that is not. That is just, that's part of backstage. But now we're coming up on Toy Story Land. So this area right here, this is where the tram tour was. This is the spot where the tram tour went through, and it kind of passed through what now is Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Look, I don't really care for Toy Story Land. It's not great. It's this was a Bob Chapek endeavor here, so obviously you could tell the money was not spent. Toy Story Midway Mania is 45 minutes. That's okay. That's not great, but that's okay. I mean, it's unless you have a lightning lane for it, I don't know. Same with Slinky Dog. Now I like Slinky Dog. It's okay. The ride is fine. The problems I have with Slinky, though, are sightline issues. There are a ton of sightline issues. So it's coming through now. Again, I like Slinky Dog. I don't ride it often because it's first of all, the line is so long, and second of all, it's just not, it's not like one of those attractions that I have to go on all the time. Not really worth the wait, in my opinion. I mean, I'd much rather wait for Rise of the Resistance, because that's more of a more complete ride. Let's go back here and see what the wait time is. Again, I don't ride this unless I have a lightning lane, or if it's not really busy, or if I'm doing an after hours party. Otherwise, it's just not, it's not one of my top things. It's like 80 minutes, which is not bad. It's okay. Definitely seen it a lot higher, but it's not, it's not one of my favorite rides. Again, I like, it's okay. The ride is okay. I like the ride. The problem I have with Slinky Dog is there's way too many sightline issues. Okay? Because at one half of the ride, you can see Galaxy's Edge. the other half of the ride you can see the Tower of Terror. And it's like, at no point do I feel like I'm in Andy's backyard. And that's, you know, they could have figured that out. They could have figured that out. You know, I'll tell you, and I use Seven Dwarfs Mine Train as an example, because Seven Dwarfs Mine Train straddles, it's right on the edge of Tomorrowland. Right on the edge of Tomorrowland. You can't see anything in Tomorrowland. There's nothing, you can't see Tomorrowland at all from that ride. So that just, you know, they could have done it. They could have done it. They just didn't choose to do it. And it's the same thing with Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. You know, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, you don't see anything except Frontierland. Okay? You don't see anything but Frontierland. So, you know, again, they could have done it. They could have, you know, made, they could have made the sight lines better, but they didn't, because it was a Bob Chapek thing, and Bob Chapek didn't care about sight lines. He didn't care, you know, he didn't spend the money. He didn't care about sight lines. Everything that we hardcore park fans have been fed about the parks, he didn't care. He didn't care about it. Now we're walking into Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, where obviously this is where they spent the money. This is where they spent the money, right here. This is where Lights, Motors, Action Stunt Show used to be. So this whole area right here, this is where the Lights, Motors, Action Stunt Show was. And you know, I am not a big Star Wars fan. I that's just not my thing. But I can walk through this land and have a good time. And now, obviously, I know the characters, you know, Rey and Darth Vader and C-3PO and R2-D2 and Luke Skywalker and, you know, all those. I still know the characters. Again, it's just it's not one of, you know, Star Wars is just not my cup of tea. It's just not my thing. I think it's kind of, to be honest with you, I think it's kind of confusing. You know, with a film series, you start at the beginning and then you go forward, and there's really no, there's just no kind of going back. With Star Wars, it's, you know, you start at one spot and then you jump ahead, and then you have to go back, and then you have to go forward again, and then you have to watch a different series, and it's just, it's very, very confusing for me. Very confusing. So it's like, you know, I'm a simple guy. I'm a simple guy, so can we keep it simple, please? Okay? So, but that doesn't mean I can't appreciate this land and everything. Again, this is where they spent the money here. Which, you know, I miss Lights, Motors, Action Stunt Show, but Galaxy's Edge is, I think is worth it. I really think that it's worth it. Now, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, okay, I don't, you know, that ride is, you know, I'm glad that they're updating it, but it's not one of my top tier ones. This one right here, though, coming up, Rise of the Resistance, this is what everybody comes for here. This is what everybody comes here for, because it's not just a ride, it's a whole experience. What is the wait? Let's see, 55 minutes, 65 minutes? I don't know, that looks longer than 65, but again, that's another one that you want to use your lightning lane for if it's really busy. with Rise of the Resistance, though, you have to pay extra. It's not included with multi-pass, so you have to pay extra for it. So, but I mean, I would rather do that than. I mean, the standby line is okay. If it moves fast, it's pretty good. I mean, I've done it a few times, and the lines moved pretty decent. But it just depends on what time of year it is and everything. So now I don't do the single rider line because that's garbage. You skip the pre-shows and you go right to the ride, which is like, oh, okay, why am I getting on this ride? Okay, that the whole thing with Rise of the Resistance is it's setting up why you're there, what you're doing, and you have to escape the First Order. So that's why I don't like. That's why I hate that single rider line. Now we're coming up on the thing that makes me the most sad. This used to be Grand Avenue right here. This is being replaced by Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. themed land. They've pushed the walls out more. I think they're getting all of this area right here. I think they're trying to get this completed first, and then they're going to move the walls back. But I'm excited for this. I'm excited for the door coaster. That I cannot wait for. This is garbage, okay? And Disney's still not even telling us what's replacing Muppet Vision 3D and going in that space. So, again, they didn't have the guts to tell us what's replacing Muppet Vision 3D. So, because they know they screwed up. So, but these right here, you can still see it says Grand Avenue right there, which is kind of odd. But these are leftover sets from the Streets of America. They were used in a movie. I can't remember the name of the movie right now, starring Bette Midler. But some of the movie was shot here at Hollywood Studios because that was the intention of Hollywood, of MGM Studios, if you will, back in the day. So that's left over. Let's see if Mickey and Minnie's come back up yet or not. I don't know if it will. If it did or not. Let's see. Nope, still closed. All right, so I'm just gonna keep walking. I'm just gonna continue with this video since it's still closed now. Now we are. Now we're getting into Echo Lake, which is a very odd and strange land. It's home to Star Tours, which is, not everyone's favorite ride. It's only a 5-minute wait, so you don't really want to waste your lightning lane on a 5-minute ride. But this stage right here, this is where they had the Jedi Trials of the Temple. That closed with COVID. That never returned. So unfortunately, that stage just sits there now, abandoned. I think they still have Darth Vader's meet and greet there, which I'm glad that they're doing something with that space, because obviously it's just a dead space now. Backlot Express, which is a it's a good quick service restaurant. I like it. This is Olaf's Meet and Greet, 15 minutes. Sometimes they do. Yeah, so right now it's for Disney Visa card members only, which I don't really understand why. But whatever, because usually the meet and greet is for everybody. So I don't really understand that. So here we are. This is Vacation Fun.
Right there. Isn't that what she went?
This is Vacation Fun with Mickey and Minnie. It's closed right now for refurbishment. I've noticed it a couple times where it's the film was looking kind of rugged, kind of worn down. So hopefully they'll kind of fix the film a little bit. But this is where Sounds Dangerous used to be, starring Drew Carey. That I don't really offhand remember. Some of a lot of Hollywood studios I remember as a kid. Some things I don't, because either we didn't do them or we didn't do them enough for me to remember. So but right there where Frozen is, that used to be American Idol experience. And then we're coming up now on one of my favorite shows here at Hollywood Studios. Right here, Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular. Of course, if you follow me, you know that I know all the cast members from this show. They invited me to celebrate 35 years of the show with them, and I love all of the cast members. I did see Robert's mishap. I wasn't here for it. I didn't watch it personally. I only saw footage of it. So I don't know if he's still out or not. I don't know if he's back yet or not. That happened. God, I don't even. What was that? January, I think. I don't know. January. So I don't know if he's back yet, or if he is still out, or if he's even. I hope he's coming back. I can't imagine that he'd retire over this, but one never knows. But I know that guy personally, probably more personally than any of the others. So he hasn't said anything to me about it. But one never knows. But I'll have to ask when I go to the show today, see if he's back yet or not. I don't know. But it's it is sad. I've said that because the boulder is still gone. The boulder is still removed, so I don't know if they're going to get rid of it permanently, or if they're going to kind of try to fix it and make it more safe. I don't know. But I've said that if they got rid of the boulder, it wouldn't upset me, because it's, I understand. I get it. I get.
Is there a parade?
I get why you got rid of the boulder. It would be sad, but on the other hand, I would totally understand. I would totally get it. So, but yeah, we've pretty much walked all of the park, with the exception of of course, Fantasmic, which is obviously not open yet because it's not time. But this is what I'm excited about here, is more live entertainment in the parks. This is what I'm excited for. More Streetmosphere. I almost did backflips when I read this story. I was like, this is fantastic. This is great. Having more live entertainment at Hollywood Studios and pretty much all of the parks. So, but yeah, we've pretty much walked the whole park. Again, this is the smallest Walt Disney World theme park, so it doesn't take long for you to walk it, which I really why I like. It's intimate and small. That's why I like it. But I'll probably end this part of the video. I may or may not bring up a video for Fantasmic. I don't know yet, but we'll wait and see what the night brings. But I'm gonna leave you guys. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the day, celebrating 36 years or 37 years actually now, of Disney's Hollywood Studios. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and please make sure to like this video, subscribe. This will be on my blogging channel. Please like this video. Please subscribe. I thank you guys very much. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you real soon.